Howdy guys, we're in the shed. Anyway, probably a few of you probably seen on Rebels that the unboxing, or should I say, what's in the box? Sky Surfer, the big one. Blitz RC works. Looks pretty good, to be fair. Got it on the bench at the moment. It's going to do a quick rundown of my first thoughts. Yeah, just see how it goes really. And a little bit of a comparison to the Bixler, which is a Bixler 2. One of my favourite basher planes, shall we say. Not my favourite plane, one of my favourite basher planes. But as you can see, it's tucked back there with a spare set of wings, ready, waiting to go. So yeah, a little bit of first thoughts. I'm just going to stick you on a camera tripod and we'll go from there. Hopefully I get you in focus. So there we go. You're on the tripod. Right then, what should we start with? Let's start with the fuselage, shall we? It's on it. Let's just turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so it's a big old unit. Literally, fist. You could give that a good fisting if you wanted to. ESC, questionable. Don't know what the specs are, but those, as you can see, those cables are pretty long. Yeah, it's got to be 2 foot long cables on it, which is obviously not a problem. And I haven't seen one of them, I don't know, 5-6 years. The old Dean's connector. Yeah, so first thoughts. Unbranded servos, which is what you would expect. The nose, way up. So, the industry standard 5200. Let's see if we can get back in there. Yeah, I would say that was, try and get you pointed around a bit. Just kind of pretty much in. There's a little bit of a web there you would want to knock out a little bit, but yeah, I think it's supposed to be a 36 3S. Not got any of them. It's going to be running 4S, and it's going to be one of them bad boys. So it's that problem solved. Flight controller, yes, good size for a Vector, and obviously you've got a little big hole there, which would be a little bit difficult to put stuff in. But like I say, with the wings that go in there anyway, you could possibly force a Vector in there or whatever, iNav, if you like that flavour. Motor, again, no markings on the motor, so I don't quite know what it is. It's a very peculiar angle. I'd expect it to be pointing up a little bit, but not to the left or right. So that's a bit strange. And that's not just a little bit, that's got to be a good 7 or 8 degrees. So that's how well that's coming out on the camera, but so if I try and get it right level, you see what I mean? It's proper to one side. Like, you'd expect it to go up a little bit, but not necessarily like that, which is a bit odd. Right then, I did notice coming out of the box, the wheel's loose on one side. There's like 2 little plastic moulded parts on each side, and one of them's come unglued. And I presume the only way to get at that would be to split the fuselage in half. So that's got to be fixed. So you can't land on that. So potentially I've got to do some surgery on it before I've even flown it. But I see I might be able to spread that apart enough to pop the wheel out, fix whatever it is, and then glue it back together again. So that might be alright anyway. Prop is a 8x6, I believe. So he was probably expecting a 1200 kV motor or something like that, but again, there's no markings on it whatsoever. Looks like a, I don't know, 28 something or other. Oh, here we go, it's on the box. Battery KV pressure motor. Yeah, it's a 1250 Outrunner KV motor. Yeah, so it's a 1250, so 4S 8x6, it sounds about right. 40 ampere C. Don't know what that was. And that's that. What I did notice actually, which is quite good in some respects, is you see you've got these holes. There's like a little hole there. There's a hole on there. There's a hole under there. And they all line up. So I can only zoom. Get that in the right way. And there's a hole going all the way through. Where are we? Yeah, the whole way through, going through there. So I can only presume they're going to be magnet holes, so you can have a removable tail. Obviously it's quite a large model, and again, there's like a little slot, T-slot in the bottom of there, and there's obviously the hole under there. So I've got a feeling you're supposed to be able to magnet those together to hold them, and then put a bolt through to hold it all together. But you never guess what wasn't in the box. No magnets, no bolts, no. Well, I got a few things, shall we say? That's what I had in the box. The world's most flexible prop. Some servo horns, servo rods, and a Y lead. Yay! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the magnets. I'm going to try putting the bolt in rather than gluing it in, because it would be nice to take it apart and put it in storage if need be. So that's that. I've also sent obviously Bill Hiscock. It's his fault I brought it. He did sort of realise that the end of the rods were actually really flexible, so I think he's put some clips or something, or even some tube along there to help support that, because it's quite wiry wire. Shouldn't be too bad, but I am going to put like a couple of little plastic things, so when you lock that in place, to make sure the wire's in those holes as well, so it still come apart, just a little bit nicer put together. So let's get that out of the way. Let's put that over there. Oh, the little man. Again, say little man, it's still pretty big. Actually, you can pop them out, which is quite nice. So that's that. And I'm obviously going to put a one of my pan and tilts up inside the canopy. So that'd be quite nice to do. And the canopy is pretty clear, to be fair. Very little distortion. Obviously, it's got some distortion. They all do, but it's not too bad. That just pops into that. So that's a win. Just move those out of the way. Let's get to the wings, shall we? So they're big. You've got 12mm carbon. No, sorry, 12. I think it's fiberglass actually, to be fair. What we're looking at here. Sorry, 12mm. Yep. Half inch. Yeah, 12.7 half inch. Solid fiberglass rod there, and we're talking. What was that, 5/8? No, that's 5/8, is it? That is 3/16 rod there, or 5.8 for you metric guys. But they're solid carbon or fiberglass or whatever. But and they weigh. Let's get that out there. They're long. That's got to be probably just a kilo just for that rod. And then the little one, obviously just a little one. Wings, obviously flaps, got some, again, unbranded servos. The wires have been put in pretty good, they are glued in. Everything looks tidy, there's no damage or tool on it. And we have some servo protectors, or horn protectors. They all glue, cut them in half and glue them on the bottom. See that, happy servos not get caught up in the grass. And let's compare it to a standard Bixler 2 wing. It's probably, yeah, it's twice as deep, or the cord, shall we say, and possibly half as long again. Don't know why that's coming out of the camera, but you're looking at good way, like I say, at least twice the size, but then I'll say a 2.4 model against a 1.4, yeah, so yeah, another metre wingspan, but then yeah, probably about a metre. What else we got? Manual. Yeah. So again, very basic manual. Also how to set up throws. You got 20mm up and down, as they say. And the CG, it says in the book, really bad printed. 100mm from the wing cord. So we'll see how that goes. That's about the only thing you need to know in there, really. It's pretty self-explanatory. What does it say about putting the tail together? Yeah, it actually says glue the tail together, which is a bit strange, seeing as they've got all the kind of the nice little nooks and crannies and magnets and screw holders and stuff. What does it say about the wings here? It says gluing or taping to secure the main wing to the panel, which is a little annoying because obviously you've got this massive model. There's a couple of little puzzle piece cutouts in the wing, but there is no other way of fixing that wings together. Like in the Bixler, you've got 2 screws going up through the base. In a model that's almost twice the size, you've got nothing. So why would you want to put tape by a brand new model, have these massive carbon smiles in it? Why not just put, I don't know, like a little clamp like they do on the Talon, or I don't know, like a little elastic band retention, or even like a plug-in clip and a pin or something. It's a little bit annoying, but I'll try and make up something for that, make it a little bit more, probably just do a 3D print or something. It's a way of making that clip better. I don't know, have a little notch clipped out of there so it kind of click, 2 halves click together. I'm sure I can come up with something for that. Anyway, before we start having a, let's get you off the tripod again. So, hay fever season, wonderful. So before I start having another sneezing fit, because it's that bad round here at the moment, I'm going to go and edit this up and stick it on the YouTube channel. So thanks for watching. The maiden of this will be a week or so away, at the funny farm of course, and hopefully it doesn't get picked on too much, because I kind of like the big ones, you know. Bixler 2, yeah, you boys can beat it up as much as you like, but the big one, give us a couple of weeks, okay? Cheers boys, bye for now. Oh, bloody hay fever.